I believe that I am in the midst of learning, like, the worst part of what God is trying to teach me and show me. And that is that, He isn't in any of the things, not one single thing that I idolized, that I put in place of Him and throughout my life. Things that I thought that I could do or I can make happen for myself, that would be, what Jesus is supposed to be. What Jesus is, I was trying to be. Like, what Jesus is, I was supposed to be for myself, according to my own flawed strategies in life. And so God is showing me that He isn't in any of the things that I idolized, any of the things that I ran to. That God is not in the world. He's not in the world. He's not in the worldly systems. And everything that I keep having these expectations on the worldly systems. And understand that worldly systems include and have infiltrated our homes, our family, what we think is family, what we try to pass off as family. The worldly systems have infiltrated the homes, and worldly means absent of God. The ways that we try to live outside of God, including the family, are worldly, and that is hitting me right now. I look raggedy, and I'm giving myself I'm having this understanding. I look raggedy, and I have been looking raggedy because my life is whooping my ass. And what is whooping my ass is God showing me the truth. And it has the capacity, it has the ability to drain me of the will to live. It's that bad. I can't fight all these things and feel great. You know what I mean? I don't even want to cry, and that makes me angry. I don't even want to cry, but it just happens. Look at my face. This is not the face that I look at when I cry. It's just happening. It's like a reaction. My body is having the reaction. I'm not really even thinking of anything to make me cry. I'm just so... What is a good word to use for the expletive that I have in my mind? Bent over. Up the creek. I don't know. I'm just not in a favorable position in life, in mentally and emotionally, and what I wanted to say was that God is showing me the idols and that the idols are empty. Okay, God, I see it. I see that. Please stop. I understand. My home isn't gonna save me. I can't run to my home. I cannot run to my family. My family is not the answer. I'm grateful for my home and my family, but they are not something that I can use, or that I'm saying but I feel like it isn't, it's not that I'm trying to do that. It's just that is the normal thing. And it's when you try to gather the troops, I guess, and we're supposed to seek God first, not gather the troops. Not surround yourself, and not hide or run or like, give yourself a okay, this is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Give yourself a sense of false security. He speaks so much better than I do. Like, there is no false security. Like, God is not going to let you do that. And like, I feel that. I feel that God is showing me that. But he's not going to let that happen. Even if I were to try. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I don't really feel like I'm trying to try. I'm just trying to function. Like I said that earlier. Like, I feel like I'm just trying to function for, correctly. And because the first thing was like not being disassociative. And now it's like not trying to seek false comfort. And I'm like, okay, is functioning false comfort? Because that's all I'm trying to do. And like, it just isn't happening. Like, literally, I literally, it's not happening. And like, as things like one at a time just keep happening in my home, like directly in my home, to like give me resistance. Who is texting me 100 times? Oh my goodness. What they saying? As like things keep breaking down, like literally in my house, and it's stopping me from doing what I'm trying to do, function. And I keep hitting that frustration, and then my kids are just, oh my god, like, I don't think I need to say that I live with 3 teenagers, and so it's just not fun. I love them dearly, but this is what it does to somebody sometimes, especially when you're alone with them all the time. And like, they look to you for everything, and it's like, like, oh my goodness, I'm completely depleted. And I'm doing the best that I can, but I just keep meeting up as opposition, and I'm trying. I'm not, I don't know, like, on top of all this, God is like showing me things. Teaching me lessons on what he do to, tell God, like, God, I really I can't do this right now. No, like it's like involuntary, and ultimately I love him, and I said it like so many times. I said it before this, like, I've experienced like this branch of the refinement, that it's not comfortable. Only, I don't think I've ever experienced this. No, I've never dealt with properly this type of conditioning. This is the sort of thing that made me run. This is the sort of thing that made me disassociate. This is the type of thing that made me think that disassociation was an answer. Like, because this is like the issue of my life. And it's like, it's confusing in my mind, because I feel like a lot of Christians go through this, and they're like, I'm being attacked by the devil. Like, I'm being attacked, and there's opposition, and there's resistance, and there is those things. But I don't necessarily think that I'm being attacked by the devil, even though it feels very similar. And like, this is just the aspect of God that is, it's really hard to deal with, and it makes people mad at him. But how can I be mad at him? I think that in the past, what it did was convince me that he didn't care about me, because this is so painful. This type of thing is just so painful to me, because it like hits a nerve, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure each and every one of us have like that nerve that, like, you can deal with a lot of things, but once that nerve, that particular thing gets you know, gets hit, then a whole other aspect of you comes out, you know. And I feel like that is me right now, and that's why I look like this. This is why it seems like I'm not ever happy, or like there's always just a bunch of problems, because like literally since January of this year there has been just a bunch of problems. My life is not always like that, but it most definitely is right now. And you know, pray for me.